come into private to get your $1 million mortgage, and instead of 5%, you pay 10, and you're still way ahead. The knee-jerk assumption, I think, from a lot of newer investors is that every private mortgage is given to somebody with bad credit and all kinds of financial problems. But it's funny, I was in a meeting today talking with a group, a pension group, and we got on the topic of how a lot of wealthy, specifically we were talking about physicians, a lot of wealthy entrepreneurs, physicians, dentists, people who have their own corporations, make a purposeful choice to take their income as dividends, and they're wealthy. But what it does is it reduces their T4 income, which also prevents them from getting the big mortgage that they can afford, right, from a bank. So, and it's a trade-off. And we had this discussion where, there was a voice in the room that was saying, it's so silly, like, for people to do that. But actually, when you do the math, if you're making $1 million and you're looking at T4ing all of that income, you're going to pay half of it to the government. Instead, you come into private to get your $1 million mortgage, and instead of 5%, you pay 10, and you're still way ahead. You're going to pay $50,000 more in interest for your mortgage for the year, but you're going to save, $500,000 in taxes, or 300,000 or 400,000 in taxes. So there is a use case, is what I'm saying, for where on paper somebody's making all kinds of money and they're not a real credit risk or whatnot. And it can make sense to purposefully choose not to pay taxes or to find ways to pay less taxes, even if the consequence is you have to get a private mortgage, and it can still be affordable for those people.